Hello, good morning. How are you? Now we start our new semester number 4. Now you're going to complete the second year course, right? In this semester we have different areas of studies. The particular area is called criticism. And actually it was in the 6th semester in the previous batch. University has put in your 4th semester now. A beautiful, rather we compare to difficult, and some people call the area which is very tough. But you know, criticism is a very beautiful area. You should enjoy it and study. Some other teachers are there handling the same area for you. They will be transporting you to the other field. Even right from the beginning of Socrates and Aristotle, Plato, all these areas coming. Slowly by the journey of criticism, we reach modern criticism, the area in which we plan to take some classes. So these classes will be very helpful, and your duty is to cover the syllabus which we are going to give you in future. And besides, you can take it the total syllabus from the department, and you can make a thorough study on the areas in which we are going to acquire knowledge. So my areas, now we plan to start before entering the school of criticism, the school of thought. Whether you belong to the romantic period, what you call modern period, before that we should understand what is, I know that has been discussed by your eminent teachers. But again, when I enter to this field, I should ask you, what is meant by criticism, or what is criticism? How do you identify this is a piece of criticism? So, like a graduate student like you should have an idea. All right. And is there any connection, or is there any difference between literature as such, or different from criticism, whether it be comparable or not? So what is meant by criticism? How do you criticize? Or what is its objective? Many critics are available. They have their own judgments. So what you have to understand, what is criticism? What is literature based on? The writer says, one of the writers says, what is written in literature is, what is written in language is literature. Whether it be poetry, whether it be drama, whether it be piece of one-act play or short story or novel. So very simple definition, what is written in language is literature. Okay, what is written? Different forms are there. Dramas, one-act plays, or big dramas. Poetry is there, essay is there, treatise is there, article is there. Plenty forms and different methods of writings possible. That may be the reason people say what is written in language is literature. A very simple definition. What is written in language is literature. Then how is it written? What is the method by which a writer has written? What all the techniques a writer has adopted to write? How will it be beautiful if it has been written in different way? All these point of view that put into effect by certain writers will be called criticism. Besides, you keep in mind, a literary writer need not be a critic, but a critic will always be a writer. That is a technique. A literary writer, many literary writers available, am I right? Many writers. Till the second year we have come across so many writers. So these writers may not be critics, but a critic will be a writer. You take a T.S. Eliot, he's a writer come critic. All right. So many W.B. Yeats, what do you call Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge. So once you fix the areas of criticism, you have to make a journey from the beginning to the modern world. This will be available. All right. I would advise you, besides your textbook, anyway, you have a textbook available, published by the university. And I would recommend this textbook, which is authentically written, literary criticism of a short history. It is a very big, authentic textbook. All right, now published, written by Cleanth Brooks. This is a beautiful book on literary criticism, which has a short history from the beginning to the end. The area of your syllabus wanted, you can refer in this book. And this is more than enough to score 100% mark. I am damn sure. I guarantee you. So go through this book. What is the title given? Literary Criticism, a Short History by Cleanth Brooks. A reference from reference book. It is kept in the library. So being a literary student, 90% students will go after graduation, post-graduation program or ELT program. By that course, this book is a compulsory thing. So it is, my interest is to buy the book, possess myself, then I will read. So this is a very useful textbook once you take criticism as a serious topic. So criticism, like your poetry, like your drama, like your areas of interest, this area is very enjoyable. And in the meanwhile, you have to understand. That is why people, one of the critics says, criticism is honey kept inside a flower. All right. So you have to keep this such utterances. Criticism is equal to honey. That honey which is kept inside the flower, beautiful flower. Once you look at the flower, you will enjoy the beauty of outside beauty. But once you go inside the flower, you will get the real honey. Like that, writer has written a piece of literature. This literature, once you go inside, in a different angles, you will get its real honey. That honey can be enjoyed. So, it is an indirect journey to inside the flower to search the real honey of it. So, people like you of young generation, after reading or understanding a piece of poem or piece of drama, you will have to criticize or the writer in what level the piece of literature has been written, you should mind. See, I would suggest to you that we have dramas, essays, poems, so many things, but it is just like, a writer has written a beautiful parable-like story. All right, there was a man, all right, he is very vagabond character. He had a what do you call a beautiful donkey. All right, this is a donkey. What do you know? Donkey's business. Donkey does everything for the master. Everything for the master. He is like a donkey means what? He is a slavish, like a slave to the master. Whatever job. Only the matter of making a ugly sound. This is what is called in Malayalam kovar kazhuda. All right. So this man has a donkey. This man decided, nowadays my donkey has become very useless to me. He is getting almost old. Then what must I do? This man decided, okay, let us go to the market and sell it off for any amount of money. Then he decides, take this donkey to the market. The available merchant he encounters, the moment he sold his donkey, all right, telling that it will be useful for you, for me not useful. So whatever amount he got from the merchant, he collected and put in his pocket. And he was going to search another donkey. He was fed up with his own donkey, sold off for a small amount, and he was going to search another donkey because he is a man of merchandisement. He cannot live without a donkey carrying so many things. So he was searching in another market and so many other places for a new breed of donkey. This is written, which attracted me to tell you what is real criticism. So he was going in search. He went to another market where he saw a huge crowd was there. Look, a huge crowd was there. And he was peeping through all the crowd. What is going on there? Now he saw that merchant. He was elaboratively describing the qualities of the donkey. All right, that this donkey is the only donkey in the world which can obey you in every way. So many attributes, so many qualities. This donkey never complains everything, never complains anything to you, but he does 24-hour working. He is very slave to the master and he serves everywhere like that. So many attributes, so many adjectives, so many qualities he was describing, and that merchant deliberately put that donkey itself for an auction. People are bidding the auction. All right, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh. That moment, this man who sold these donkeys, what is this doing there? That is my donkey I sold for only 1,000 rupees. And now it is demanding 5 lakh for 6 lakh. Then he understood the real quality of the donkey after description of a merchant in the market. Now it is written by the writer, what? The man who sold this donkey for 1,000 bucks, again he rebought. All right, he bought this donkey for 5 lakh rupees. Look, this is the real method of criticism. The writer may not have thought about his work. The writer might have not thought about the beauty of the work. But the merchants like people, like you people, readers like you people, will read and find the beauty of the work, or beauty of the donkey, beauty of the work done by the writer. So our duty is to find the qualities of the donkey, or qualities of the work, or the honey of the flower. This flower's honey to be, once you search and finding qualities. All right. So people always in the main way, all right, we do not know the real qualities of our brothers and sisters. We do not understand the qualities and description of the merchant like donkey, the qualities of our parents. We do not know the qualities of our friends. But once you understand the quality of your friend, you will never lose it. In that way, if you understand the quality of a piece of literature, if you understand the real honey of the beautiful flower, like a poetry written by Wordsworth, You will never reject him. You will never, all right, escape from him, and you have no other way but to worship the writers, worship the poets. So, criticism is a very beautiful area. The area in which you should develop your own interest. The interest by which, just like you suppose you understand the qualities of your friend, the best friend. Will you reject him from your life? If you understand the real qualities of your parents, will you reject them? No. Some people blindly do not understand the qualities. Like that, the writer says, for this type of comparisons and writings, you better go to this textbook. This textbook is very beautiful history of criticism. People say, oh fed up, criticism, bad subject. Never think. Criticism has its own defects and merits and demerits. But your approach, your attitude, just like the attitude of the merchant to the donkey, that donkey's nature has been different, totally elaborated by the merchant, which attracted a huge crowd there. The merchant spent only 1,000 rupees. How much he collected? 5 lakhs. And who gave? The real owner of the donkey. Look, the same way, writer might have not thought about this is the way by he has written in this way. But critics will prepare. Critics will say this is the way writer has put it there. So it will be becoming an eye-opener. Cleanthrope says criticism is meant for eye-opening. Writer does not open its eye. Writer might have not visualized, but the critic's duty to make the writer to understand this could have been in this way if you had been writing in this way. So in order to, that is why some people say real criticism is not meant for killing the writer. The real criticism is making the writer more aware of the knowledge, aware of the matter which is concerned, which is written. Suppose you consider Wasteland, written by T.S. Eliot, which is a complicated poem, which you cannot easily understand. Just like a lyric calling from the first line to the end. Just like a complex poem, complicated writer. Complex poem written by complicated writer. That is why, all right, Isaiah Pound says, T.S. Eliot's poetry cannot be easily read and understood by keeping the text on the desk without so many other books. You have to keep so many other books because X tells so, Y describes so, then Z criticizes so. So to make it more difficult from explanations and explanations, from descriptions and descriptions, you will get the real beauty of the piece of literature. So what is meant by criticism? You understand now, it is never meant for killing a writer. It is not meant for criticizing very severely a writer and spoil him and kill him, murder him, but to make him aware of what is the real meaning of piece of literature. So it is to make him the best writer. That is best you keep in mind. All these are coming in the general introduction part of the. These might have been done by the teachers, but my area, before entering that, you should be aware. I use only very limited time to describe what is criticism. So criticism, though you dislike in many ways, you should understand it is a very beautiful area. It is a very beautiful area of knowledge, and in the way, the many most difficult things are available, but you should keep in mind, as if T.S. Eliot says, most difficult things are simple things. Otherwise, simple things are most difficult. So some people say very simple. That you keep unaware of it, you neglect it always, but it will become difficult for you. So difficult, never consider criticism is difficult. Once you approach in a systematic way, criticism, like a drama, like a poetry, like an essay, like a short story, will give you a beautiful piece of enjoyment. So that is what is called. Then there is problem coming there, as if in a humorous way people asking what is called in this universe, all right, whether people ask whether tree came first or fruit came first. People ask, what is your answer? You tell me. Is it a fruit came first, or is it the tree coming first in the world, or which might have created by God? There are so many answers. X, as a critic says, as per my knowledge, tree has come first. Then Y say, no, as per my knowledge, fruit had come first. Some other people, B, C, D, so many areas, so many fields of critics available. They tell different answers. So what do you think about? Was it the tree coming first in the world, or was it the fruit coming first? In the same way, people ask, കോഴിയാണോ മുട്ടയാണോ ആദ്യം വന്നത്? People ask, what is your opinion? കോഴിയാണോ ആദ്യം ഉണ്ടായത്, മുട്ടയാണോ ആദ്യം ഉണ്ടായത്? People have a confusion. Just like മരമാണോ ഫ്രൂട്ടാണോ ആദ്യം ഉണ്ടായി? People have a confusion. So some people will go and study in detail about the subject, will have different answers, as if people say tree came first. Some people say no, fruit came first. Some people say no, the real creator made a tree with fruits in the universe first. That is also a piece of criticism. Like that, many different opinions will be coming, but the writer, the real questioner who asked you the tree or fruit came first, never thought about the creator had created both the same time. But only the critic, the commentator, the commenter would tell it was both the tree and the fruit came first. So that way you have to think. Means what? 2, 3, 4 to 5 to 6 different explanations possible. So a criticism means, in the way, I don't know whether I repeat this. Once I was there in Vishwabharati University. You know Vishwabharati University, Shanti Niketan, that created by your Rabindranath Tagore. All right, I was there for almost 1.5 months for some research purposes. And it is a very vast area, acres of land. It is Central University now, Vishwabharati University. And where Tagore had lived, and he was there in teaching in the university, and he had a very a series of ranges of houses kept there to show as a demonstrative field of his life, where he was cooking, where he was sleeping. All these are exhibited there. Once I was searching and going there in the field. In a particular area, there were so many students making a celebrity mood with what you call band system and all that. Then I thought I would spend some time there. I was sitting. All of a sudden, and I understood all Bengali students and other state students. And I asked them in English, and they communicated me in Bengali or Hindi. All right, then I understood there was a program. The program was to be inaugurated by a very famous artist, all right, pencil drawing artist or painter, and it was hosted by the Fine Arts Department of the university. And this, all of a sudden, the artist, who is a very old man, all right, he came there. All right, then I very closely observing All right, there was a very big white canvas kept there. White canvas, just like a whiteboard, and one bucket with full of indigo in water shape. Indigo, neelam, indigo, all right, kept, and a very big brush kept there. After immediately inauguration time, welcome speech, this old man, who is a renowned painter in Calcutta, took this indigo in the brush without telling anybody anything. He took the brush, immersing in the bucket of indigo, and threw it on the white canvas which was kept there. It kept in a just like a everybody wondered what this old man is going to do. We thought he is a renowned popular artist, painter. He would draw a beautiful painting, but he took totally immersing the indigo with the brush slashed on the white canvas. Everybody stood up, what is this? Then he asked it to sit, everybody. Then he demanded, okay, almost 50 students are here. Could you anybody tell me, what did I draw on the white canvas? What did I draw on the white canvas? It looks so many intelligent students, because fine arts students will be intellectual enough, that with the beard and all right, scraggy hair, with kurta, wig, all right, handy bag, all the brushes and all that. One girl stood up and told, Master Ji, I can answer you. What did you do? You have drawn the galaxy of the sky. Description gone like that. This girl, student, explained, you have drawn the galaxy. All right, white is the starry night that has been drawn here. And the master told, no, you sit down. Anybody else? The other boy told, sir, in this modern society, you have drawn some symbols of non-existence in the life, which is very difficult to comprehend and understand. You have shown a picture of non-existence of human beings, which is gone above intellectual side. Look here. That is also another answer. Almost he got 5 to 6 answers, but master was not satisfied. What master did? Okay, I understand your limitation. I would tell what I have drawn. Okay, everybody very patiently waiting, and this master told, I drew a picture of a horse here. Look here. The creator tells, whatever you have described is not satisfied for me, but I am the creator. I have drawn a picture of a horse here. Generally, all the people ask, what? You have drawn a horse? If it is a horse, there are no legs seen, no ears seen, no mouth seen, no other parts of the body seen. But the master, the creator, the artist, the master of the class, telling the students, I have drawn the horse. My horse is looking backward. You can see only its tail. This part is only a tail. All the other parts are hidden. I draw the picture of a horse like that. You can see. This is called criticism. Whatever the writer has written, the writer has his own perspective. This perspective should be kept in mind. You can put your suggestions. You can put your ideas. You can give your analysis. That everything is okay. But the ultimate aim of the criticism to open the writer's eye, that if you have gone in this way, it would have been much better. That is the real objective of criticism that you have to keep in mind. To find a philosophy in life, every writer has a philosophy in life, and this drawing a philosophy, it gives a judgment. So criticism, all right, criticism has different three areas of journey. One is called analysis. You can put analysis. You can put analysis. Then after that you can put the interpretation. Interpretation, that you interpret. Then after that you put valuation. So what I discuss now, how you can be transported, how you can be travel, how you can reach the real field of enjoyment of criticism. Okay, it records a judgment of literature. Through these three steps, what is called, you have to analyze this piece literature. Then after that you interpret. Interpretation, what is meant by interpretation? Master asks the students, what did I do on the canvas? Interpretations are different. So many interpretations are there. Master is not satisfied. Master told, my valuation is like that. My horse is like that. You understand? So this is real, what is called interpretation, then valuation. So keep a piece of literature. Once you go for analysis, interpretation, then valuation. Even critics criticize critics. Unity of critics is important. We have two fields, what is called literature. Okay, we call literature on the one hand, criticism on the other hand. Okay, what are the points you can copy down here? Literature is very interest in life. So first point is, it is keeping interest in life. It keeps interest in life. Pieces, forms of literature is there. Forms of literature means dramas, poems, what is called lot of disciplines. And literature is very vast. Literature is very vast. All right, reaching is the best. And it shows the meaning of life. That is the meaning of life. All right, these are the areas coming in the literature. Where you will go to criticism, it shows the first point, it shows the personality. All right, it shows the personality of the writer. All right, as revealed in the book, personality of the writer in the book. All right, criticism goes like that. It draws separate. It is very useful. All right, like Voltaire has written almost 60 books. For this, reading is very, very important. You have to read a lot of books. Then only you can come, just like a flower interpretation. All right, after reading, you can interpret. All right, interpretation. All right, your interpretation is considered to be a great field. Once you read a beautiful poem, in which all the ways, step by step, you can criticize. What I told you, it is not to kill the poet, not to kill the writer, but to magnify, what to beautify. Or after the beautification of your method of interpretation, you will get a peace of mind for enjoying the piece of literature. Is called what is criticism. So with another topic, what are the functions of criticism, I will reach you in your next class. Till that moment, goodbye.